Alright guys, welcome to the stream. My name is Peter Counterfeit Hartnell, here to bring you all the smiles and pleasant dreams associated with playing Modern Combat 5 on the PC platform. Is it superior to iOS and Android? Certainly the PC players would have you think so. So, let's take a look and see who will be our contenders today. Shazam! So, up at the top of the bracket we will have our good friends Legends. Legends Never Die against Genocide, the Italian versus the US squad. We'll have Colombia's Paranoid against Graves Incorporated, which is of course an excellent business strategy when it comes to Modern Combat 5. We shall have the LA Fusion Pro, maybe? Also from Colombia, going up against Mexico's Squad NAB, and Morocco's Ghost Team up against another Mexican team, New Gen Old. So we will be trying to jump into Paranoid versus Graves as our Graves Incorporated as our first game, but before we even get to that, we may not have time to do this, but I'm going to try. We're going to have a custom game live on the stream, so on PC, this is the platform where I'm moderately capable of playing the game, at least comparatively. So if you want to come and play live on stream against everyone else, this is not tier 1 weapons armor, let me just get rid of that for a second. We will have some different game modes over the course of today, but for now, any of you guys who want to join in, use the pass key in the bottom right of the screen. I will throw out the global chat invites just to get us filled up as quick as possible, because as soon as our ESL matches start today, we'll be getting into that. So for any of you guys who are first time watchers, what goes on with these tournaments is we have the bracket which we just saw there. Teams sign up on the ESL website, they fight through that bracket, and in this particular case, the prizes kind of vary. But in this particular case, it's, I believe, and I'll just double check I'm not being misleading on this, I believe it's a share of, yes, a 7,000 credit prize pool for the winning team here today. But those ESL games are not the only ones that were played, as we've got here. Any of you guys watching can come and join in on this one. We'll get started in a second because I suspect our first ESL match will be shortly underway. But I believe you should still be able to join the game, as long as I can get somebody to come and join on my team. Oh boy. But yes, you can still join this custom game, even if we have to drop away from it, or if you come into this after the game has started, you can still come and join in using the pass key or the global chat invite. If we have to drop out because of the ESL game starting, then of course, you can still play. It just won't be on stream. So if we can get one more person in, then we'll get going. Let's see, so how are you guys doing today over on Facebook, over on the YouTubes? We'll start our first giveaway of the day in just a little bit, which will be on Twitch. So I hope you guys will come and join in for that. Let's get some more invites, see if more of you guys have made your ways online. So if we can get 2v2, we'll get going. Bray Malari, Colombia. I don't know what those other words mean, but I'm assuming you are a fan of Colombia. Well, you're in for a treat today. We've got 2 chances for Colombia to make it all the way to the finals. But we'll see. We'll see how it plays out in the end. On PC, certainly. We've got... darn it! Well, what I'll do is I'll start this game off, which you can join in with ESL 123. But we've got our first ESL password, as we were about before. Unfortunately, we didn't get started quick enough, and our ESL duties, our tournament duties, will have to take precedence. So as soon as we get into this game, we'll drop out and leave it for you guys to play. But we will jump into our first game, as we mentioned before. Paranoid versus Graves Incorporated will be our first destination. Paranoid versus Graves Inc. So we'll get that started for you guys in just a moment. Alright, so let's jump out of here. And let's see. Skullmake39. If you're having any problems with account stuff, please do get into contact with Game Law Support. I'm afraid my knowledge, I don't have any access to account things, so unfortunately I'm not able to help you out there. But Game Law Support, other people to go to, they'll be able to get you sorted out. Right, soon and proper. Right, so we've got our first pass key. Hopefully we'll have our first game in just a second. Tenazar, Tajuku is your son, he's playing now, I will play too, but need no prestige weapons. Oh, that's right, Tenazar. We don't tend to have prestige weapons on the custom games anyway. Let's just make sure that we've got the right guys here, because they're not using clan tags. So let's see, so Paranoid versus Graves Incorporated. Paranoid are headed up by Ali, who's not in the game. Fortunate. And Graves Incorporated by Lath, Blade, Cowboy, and Reaper. So we have got the team names all switcherooed. Let's get that sorted out. So, I hope you guys are all doing well. And yeah, if you can bring your family members into play, that's wonderful. It's nice to see more friendly faces in the chat. So, recently I've had a meeting with Radu, the community manager from Gameloft, and certainly what we've been talking about has been very encouraging for the future of Modern Combat 5. They're actively, there isn't it's too much in the way of specifics I can go into, but rest assured that Gameloft are actively working on making the game better, and I know that you guys, want to have as much transparency as possible with Gameloft as to what they're doing. That's Gameloft, the developer of the game, and that's going to get a lot better in the near future. Whew. Alright, so let's get started for our first ESL game. Let's drop the music, because the only music we need is the sound of gunfire. Alright, we've got one in from each side, which means this match start is official. Christopher Estrada. Each of the giveaways are worth 400 credits. They usually take about 2 or 3 weeks to go through. But for now, let's focus up on the match, because it's time to head onto the streets for our first ESL ride. We're with Ali, remember from before, one of the Paranoid team leaders. Has got that BSW and has certainly got their Twitch on. So when we've got a twitchy player, they're ready to scope in and get a kill at a moment's notice. This whole tournament will be played on PC, as will all custom games. So iOS players, you have to wait for a little bit later on. And Android, you'll be back next week. The server merge is not too far off at all. So soon iOS and Android will be equally well served, because their tournaments will be exactly the same. Early exchange of gunfire does put Paranoid in the lead, 4 kills to 1. Even though being down a player, they seem to be controlling the space pretty darn well. You can see Lath here, the only one to pick up kills so far for the American squad, Graves Incorporated, playing over in the blue. We've got Cowboy making use of the Bounty Hunter. I've used this particular weapon, I can't remember the specific name of it, but it is a bit of a strange one. It fires some quite slow-moving projectiles, but I think it's moderately good. Alright, you guys, over on the Twitch page, we will be starting the Twitch giveaway immediately following this first game, so keep your eyes on that platform. Details will be forthcoming soon. So let's take a look at some of these numbers. So it's going to be Ali and Sa, whose full name we haven't got quite yet, but we have got a full-on bombing run coming in from Paranoid. They've seized the early advantage for themselves. Now going to cash that out in some well-placed kill streaks, especially with Graves Incorporated being pressed right back into the corner. If they then have to face down bombing runs, this is going to be a very swift first game. Certainly the streets, not quite a spawn trap, but in the manner of it, because Graves Incorporated are more or less spawning in exactly the same place each time, and that's leaving them prey to the predations of Paranoid. You see Blade here looking to the sky, looking to the heavens, will throw out a Hail Mary grenade, hoping somehow to break through the Paranoid lines. But you can see Graves Incorporated just huddled in this spawn area, getting picked apart kill by kill. It's the EER-10. Thank you, Hunter, for the clarification on that particular weapon. So yes, the EER-10 is the Bounty Hunter weapon we saw coming through before. Of course, we don't know exactly how good that weapon is in this context, because unfortunately Graves Incorporated are more or less getting frozen out of this game. So we'll see if there could be a change here, but it's not looking very likely when you're ahead by 30. This is a ludicrous display from the Paranoid team, and looking like a very well-earned Game 1 victory, not giving Graves Incorporated even a moment to catch their breath. I think Lath is the only one so far from the Graves Incorporated team who's picked up a serious amount of kills. Yes, 5, but has also died the most times. Revival will get one back, trying to at least salvage some form of pride for the American squad before this first game is over. Of course, there's no real doubt as to the winner right now, but at least there can be some form of momentum. You can see the Imp there coming to prominence after the Lack was banned relatively recently, but did get played before that point, so certainly very powerful, especially against the Commander, the newer class, or the newest class in ESL competition. You can see there the Recon aircraft will not be long for this world. 3 more kills of Paranoid is all it's going to take. 3 minutes left to play. Graves Incorporated have managed to come back a little bit towards the end here, but I have to feel like that's energy ill spent, given that they're going to have to play again after this, and they'll need all the energy they can get. Alright, so there you go. First game to Paranoid. Very smoothly done. Our admin for today will be Soldier Girl, running things behind the scenes. Let me just get you guys set up with the Twitch giveaway details. So, if you want to enter in on the Twitch giveaway, just hashtag RO16 into the Twitch chat. And I'll put that information out on all platforms, but bear in mind, you have to type in hashtag RO16 to the Twitch chat. No other chat, no Mob Crush, no YouTube or Facebook comments will count. Only those on Twitch. So get those in while you can. And we will, in a second, set ourselves up for a break game. So this will be a game that we'll play during the break. And while it won't be commentated, and again, will probably be cut short for ESL competition, it's hopefully still going to be enough for you guys to, give you something to look at while the break is going on. So, ESL 123 just works like a custom game. It just isn't going to be commentated. So, doop-a-doop-a-doop-a-doo. Alright. Setting that up now. So if you guys want to come and play on stream during the break while we're waiting for our second encounter between Graves Incorporated and the Paranoid ones, please come and join as quick as you can. Whew. So, with all that out of the way, let's see, so, welcome Ratcatcher. I do enjoy the fact that it's spelt with an A, and also the trademark. Good to keep on brand there. So yes, definitely keep an eye out in the future, guys, for the Gameloft developer streams, because I imagine they will be going into some more details about what's coming up. But there's a lot of exciting stuff in the pipeline, so I hope you guys will enjoy it. Hunter, I was under the impression that that Modern Combat Versus did have a spectator mode, or at least was going to get a spectator mode relatively quickly, but I'm not sure. Alright, so we've got a couple of people who can get this game started. If you want to come and join in, ESL 123, but I'll put out... Okay, yes. The next ESL match has come ready, so we'll get you guys started with the game here, and if you want to come and play on this one while we're getting ready for our next ESL match, you can. So just same as always, ESL 123. But we will not be able to watch it ourselves because we have ESL duties to attend to. So with that said, we will be right back in just a second with our pre-game lobby. See you guys in a few moments. Alright, there we go. So our pre-game lobby is ready. We'll be heading on to Rooftops for our next encounter. Let's see. Yes, Hunter, I'm not sure. I haven't heard anything about any Modern Combat versus streams, but I would have expected them to, if the technology was there. Maybe it's not quite as finished as they would like. I know that, when you're starting out a new stream, you want to make sure that everything's working absolutely perfectly so you don't end up with any problems. So, I don't know, maybe that's the kind of thing which it is. But yes, we'll be shortly getting back into ESL competition between Paranoid and Graves Incorporated. Paranoid, I'm just going to bring up their team history here. So Graves Incorporated are new for this tournament, but Paranoid have been around for a while. They are the winners of our third Cup of June, taking out Death Note, Outsiders, and The Best on their way. And basically have been playing for a while, so I think that goes some way towards explaining how dominant Paranoid were in game number 1. Let's see, what else have you guys been saying? Kuno, I believe the way to unlock attachments for weapons is really just to play with them. I think getting kills is really the way to go. I don't know if there's a way to boost up that particular one. But I don't know. Let's see. Kuno. Okay, so yes, just saying the same thing. Alright, so we'll be getting started in just a second. Just one more Paranoid player to get with it. So, some dates for you guys' diary coming up. So, yeah, we've obviously got the tournament right now, and later on, in approximately 6.5 hours' time, we'll be back with our iOS tournament, the Blue August Cup number 4. But tomorrow at 4 o'clock UK time, we will be having the Red August Cup. So normal weekend stuff. If you guys have been here before, then we have 3 tournaments a weekend in the general. But also, next week we will have our monthly finals. So those are our big extravaganzas. So in addition to the normal 3 tournaments, we'll put on 2 grand monthly finals, which means the top 8 teams playing over the month on on the iOS platform will be playing off for their share of a €500 prize pool. So that should be a lot of fun. The very, very best teams from the last month. Enrique, from my understanding, there's work being done at the moment to try and clean up people misbehaving on Android and PC specifically. Oh hey, John Cusack, lovely to see you. The first time I see you in this time zone. Yes, John, I think you're in Australia, aren't you? I was just playing with some Australians and they just went to sleep because it was ridiculous o'clock where they were. So I'm guessing you must have woken up early, whereas they were staying up super late. MigOS, sup. Good to see ya. Let's see. Yes. Hunter, thank you for doing that as time conversion. So yes, tomorrow's iOS tournament will be at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time for American viewers on the East Coast, just as Hunter said. And let's make sure that everyone knows about our current giveaway. So, hashtag RO16 in the Twitch chat. Let me just post that onto Facebook actually as well, just to make sure everybody knows. We've got all of our players, so we should be underway in just a moment. I want to make sure everything is done and dusted. Alright guys, so with no further ado, let's head on to the Rooftops. We'll see if Graves Incorporated can manage to make more of a fight of things, or if it's going to be another crushing victory for the Paranoid crew, who honestly looked pretty terrifying. One of our 2 Colombian teams playing today. So the hashtag on Twitch is hashtag RO16, if you want to get in on that. And let's get things underway of all kinds of official, like our second ESL tournament match between Paranoid and Graves Incorporated starts right here Hero Gaming Simon. Ah, well, that's very kind of you to say that you've missed me on the last weekend. But I should be back in circulation for the time being, so miss me no longer. Soon you'll be able to get as sick as me as you like. So, on to the rooftops, and to our firm condolences to Graves Incorporated as they fall behind early again. Do pick up at least that one kill for themselves. You can see that Paranoid up with the rooftop advantage. Graves Incorporated being sent down to the lower levels. Nice catch there, but actually it's Graves Incorporated managing to bring back in some form of offense. Certainly doing a lot better than before. You know, taking out Lath, remember from before when Paranoid were pushing Graves all the way back into the corner. Lath, for the Graves Incorporated side, was one of the players who was still able to get kills through. The Paranoid seemed to be accelerating backwards. John Cusack, I agree. I'm for sale for anyone who will buy me. Highest bidder. So Paranoid, oh boy. So Graves Incorporated started off this game looking actually relatively confident with the change of venue. Certainly Rooftops very different than the streets, but Paranoid have been able to win out these trades massively, going 2 for 1, 3 for 1. Though Blade does manage to find some extra kills for Graves Incorporated. Paranoid have already nearly hit the halfway mark on the kills, and they have barely gotten started with the second quarterfinal match. Cowboy and Reviver give a little bit of a sign that Graves Incorporated have got some fight left in the tank, and more kills coming through suddenly starts to reduce that massive lead of Paranoid. Yes, John Cusack, this is looking one-sided, but I'm holding out hope here that Graves Incorporated might survive us. I think that was a Freudian slip I've ever heard one. Surviving may not be on the cards here, but fighting certainly is. Trying to catch up with the Titans of the Colombian Titans, Paranoid. But so far, having to make up for an enormous deficit accrued in the early game. Still, Graves Incorporated, they are looking, you know, in the later game, they're looking pretty decent. Magic's going to get down a turret to be able to try and put the rooftops into the American team's hands, but I don't think it's going to make too much difference. Graves Incorporated, they need to get so many kills. They'd have to freeze out Paranoid entirely just to stop Paranoid from taking over. Even a 2-to-1 kill to death ratio for Graves Incorporated right now wouldn't be good enough to get them the win and keep them in the tournament. Paranoid could afford to drop this game, but they are not going to, from all indications. Slamming through point after point. Look at those numbers. Oh my gosh. Ali, we'll see if we can drop in with them and see if we can find them. They won't even get a chance before the game is over. Ali doing a fantastic job there. I think 18-2 last I checked. Whew. Javan Gaming, I'm pretty sure I specifically remember going through, and excuse my Skype sound. I'm sure I remember specifically going through and passing the details across to Radu about missing credits. But if you could post your details again, then it can only help in making sure that he gets on top of that. As far as I was aware, he was up to date, so he might have just missed yours, so I'm sorry about that. For now, though, we are going to pop ourselves to a very small break. If we don't have an ESL match forthcoming in the next couple of minutes, we will run ourselves a custom game. But for now, volveremos enseguida. We'll be right back. Alright guys, so it looks like we have got enough time to fit in a custom game before our next ESL match begins. So, same as always, ESL 123, all the global chat invite will get you in. We're going to go to Vantage for this particular one. Japan Gaming, could you post your details into the chat again if you haven't already? Let's see. Just going for the chat. Right. Okay, yes, Javan Game, you did post your details. I'm going to pass those across. There you go. So if you can hear the sound of me typing, it's me saying that's missing credits. Did Facelift notice as Morph class does not get any abilities after killing someone? Zaid Harith, let's actually I'll message you on Facebook. Oh, okay, it doesn't seem to be tagging you correctly. But Zaid Harith, if you're missing credits from a giveaway in the last month, I'll just get this game started. Then please post your dog tag and your platform, otherwise we won't be able to find your account. Let's see. Okay, I think I'm up to date there. That's probably enough players to get started with. I'll throw out one more invite and then let's get going. 4v4 seems like a good place to get started from. You can of course come and join in even when this is underway. Whew. Nexus. Well, thank you for your support. Though I'm not an admin, our admin for today is Soldier Girl, who's getting us all sorted out behind the scenes, working extremely hard as always. So if you do catch her in the chat, please do show your respect for a job well done. Right. So. Oh, interesting. I think I may have accidentally changed my loadout to be... Oh, maybe I didn't put in a... Alright, we'll see how it goes. So guys, this is a community stream. Oh man! I got close to killing someone. So I have been playing a little bit more recently. I'm doing a bit of personal streaming of MC5. I'm still pretty terrible at the game, but a little bit less so. Whew. Marco MC5, if you're on the PC platform, you can absolutely come and join in these particular games. This is a community game played with exclusively community members, and sometimes ESL contenders if they've been knocked out of the tournament, or if they're just being very cheeky. Oh gosh, EMP, my favourite thing. I know I got shot in the butt. So, illustrating the worth of having a teammate at your back. Oh man, I'm getting spanked. Let's see if I can... Spending too much time hitting that turret and not enough time looking where the enemies might be. Right, so there's a lot of potential targets up there. Oh man, that is embarrassing. Oh man, have I got... What have I got set up that's not allowing my Marauders to be used? Something which I've really got to work on personally is is that I tend to not. I think I lead too little, or I don't lead enough. I guess is maybe a better way of putting it. That I tend to shoot behind people constantly, which is why I look like I'm super bad at the game. But I'm just actually just moderately bad at the game. There you go. Sonic, if you do see anybody who's doing anything that looks like they shouldn't be, please do take the... well, you can go back in the YouTube screen and link a particular moment. Oh, it's because of the MP, right. But yes, if you send that through, if you file a ticket with a clip of somebody who you think is using a hack or something like that, then it'll be sent through to Gameloft. They can decide what to do with it. Or what to do about it, rather. I think ideally, if you can get their dog tag as well, man, that was a drubbing. Whew. Hey, Marco MC5. So let's see, maybe we'll see if we can have any better luck. I'm just gonna check if I've done something funny with my I'm just gonna go check my loadouts because I must have done something weird with my. Let's see, so Marauder tier 6. Give him some impact grenades. Oh boy, having extra ammo for the rock, definitely. Oh, I think I might have left the Marauder unticked, so that might well be it. Let's just make sure I haven't got a... Okay, so I've only just recently started playing with Marauder, which is why you're seeing kind of it not fully done as yet. Let's see, what should we do? Construction site, I think it should be reasonable. That's a good mix of inside and outside. Right, so let's check how you guys are doing over on there. So yes, so hashtag RO16. If you want to enter in on the Twitch channel, we will be doing that giveaway relatively soon. That's right, the Marauder's disabled. Alright, so let's take that off. Okie doke. That'll do. So I'm hoping that the Marauder might make its way into ESL competition soon, because I think if anything, people seem to think it's underpowered, which means it's a lot less reason to keep it banned for as long as it might otherwise be. But the commander doesn't seem to be as disruptive as people kind of thought it might be. So I'm hoping that we'll be, you know, able to do the same and expand out our horizons a little bit. Whew. Right, so what are you guys saying? Doesn't look like it's anything that needs immediate attention. Well, Hunter, that's too bad. I'm glad you still, well, hopefully you can still enjoy the streams, even if you're not necessarily playing so much of the game recently. I know that, yeah, it's a lot of games, as always, will be, you know, quite big time sinks. But let's sink some more time in now. Ooh, 5v4, this should be interesting. Hashtag RO16 over on the Twitch page. Do bear in mind, guys, you only need to enter in once, and that'll be fine. So, a little bit earlier on today, we did see Paranoid advancing, Legends Never Die, Genocide, LA Fusion Pro, Squad Nab, Ghost Team and New Gen all still in contention in the tournament. So, we'll see how they end up doing. Alright, let's show off our Marauder skills. I say Marauder skills, it's probably not going to do very well, but hey. Oh man, I think I need to get up a lot closer before I can actually kill anyone. So one of the things with the Marauder is it gets more accurate as you get more kills, but if you don't have any kills, then it's not very accurate. Especially if you turn on the super mode, which makes you even less accurate. Oh boy, yeah boy. Woohoo. Wrong place, wrong time there, compadres. Well, I kinda suck. Oh man. Definitely not using my teammate as ablative armor there. So, the King Sugar, so yes, maybe I probably should have phrased it a little bit differently, but that basically was a bracket update there, in the apart from the match that we've seen, nothing's particularly, no one else has moved forward on the brackets, it's just the same as it was before. What do you guys think of the... I find I probably play better when I'm not really concentrating on it. What do you guys think of the idea of bringing health bars, like specific health bars into the game so you can see exactly how much health you have? Oh, that's a bit unfortunate. You think I should change gun? Alright, well, let's change the other Marauder setup I've got. Actually, I think the rock might be better. I think I've got it upgraded all the way. Haha! Well, that, yes, I like that idea of just aiming with one gun. I'll put that in my notes for next time. Let's see. Next time notes. Marauder aiming with one gun. I think that would actually work pretty well. Let's go for the museum next. So just killing a little bit of time at the moment. So, Hunter, I think I'm talking about like having the health bar displayed in the bottom left of the screen, just so you've got specific information as to what your health is, rather than having to rely on the blood, because I kind of feel like sometimes the blood isn't quite descriptive enough. I don't know. I'm just curious what you guys think, if you'd, you know, if more people would like or dislike the idea of health bars. I'm thinking about pitching it as... Actually, I'm just going to add it to my notes. Maybe having it be an optional thing, so that people can maybe try out the idea of having health bars, you know, by toggling it on or off, and then see how it is. And if people like it, then maybe having it become the default rather than everything else. I mean, it definitely will be some more screen clutter, which is a, you know, is a serious thing when it comes to mobile games in particular. So on this PC version we've got loads of screen space, but on a mobile, not always. Yep. A little bit too slippy slidey there. Brendan, you think I should get a cog in my inventory? I think you could well be right. Brendan, I think I've still got to practice a bit more with the Marauder. I think it doesn't help that I'm more or less terrible with most classes. Oops. Himodi, if I can help you, I will. If it's about your account or something like that, then I'm afraid I wouldn't know about it. But Himodi, if it's something I can answer, I will certainly do my best to do so. Also, I've heard the. Okay. I've heard that there's talk of bringing down the tier of armor in ESL competition to allow for a wider variety of weapons to be used. I don't know if that's actually going to go through, but I'm curious what you guys think about that. I certainly would like to see a wider variety of weapons as well. I don't know if it's just if lowering armor in ESL is the way to go, but I mean it would certainly make more weapons probably viable. Okay, I think I had the right idea there. So something I'm trying to do a little bit more is to make use of terrain. So to fight where, fight only where I've got the ability to duck behind. Marco, I'm afraid I'm not an admin, I'm just a humble streamer. But if you want any account help, then please do get in touch with Game Loss Support. Type in !support if you want to get in on that. I think I will probably switch out of the Marauder if I don't start getting somewhere. Oh, hello, getting shot in the butt. King Sugar, I don't know about that particular bug. But have you talked to Game Loss Support about it? Because that sounds pretty weird. Well, I wasn't as garbage that time round. Go to hell. You could send me a message on Discord. You can find me in the ESL Modern Combat Discord if you want to get in on that. So we'll try something a little bit different. Let's keep on the museum, but I'm going to try some different classes and see how it goes. So let's check and see. So we've got some entries over on the Twitch page. So hashtag RO16. I'll draw the Twitch giveaway winner at the end of this coming custom game. So if you want to get in that last second giveaway, I'll just post the details up for one last time, and once this game is done, then so will we. So what have we got in the bank? I'm a really big fan of the Hauser. I'm not sure anyone else is, but I love that it has like a unlimited clip. I think under the right circumstances, when you're playing with an organized team particularly, having the health pack is really busted. As that's saying, absolutely. I leave the being good at Modern Combat 5 to you guys. Case in point. King Sugar definitely tells support. Unfortunately, when it comes to any bugs or anything like that in the game, there's really nothing I can do about it. but game loss supports, at least if they're aware of it, they can actually do something, even if it won't necessarily be immediately. I will... Hermione, if you look for me in the ESL Discord, you'll be able to pick me up from there. Unfortunately, I can't... oh, actually, maybe I can. I'm hopefully not going to disconnect myself doing this. Okay. I'm Counterfeit 8377 on Discord if you want to send a message through, but again, I suspect a lot of these things that you would want to send me are probably best directed towards game loss support or to the Newell, not Newell admins, the ESL admins. Look at the bullet holes, good lord. You know when something's going well when you start running out of bullets on an LMG. I've heard that the Shred is better than the Hauser, but I don't know. It's certainly a personal preference thing. I just find that I just kind of like the way the Hauser fires more. And I really like fighting around a health pack. Well, that was a lot closer. Whew. Let's see. So, but if you guys want to send a message through, Counterfeit hashtag 8377. But as I said, I almost certainly I'd imagine that the things. Oh man, you guys really want to play it on Museum? All right, we'll do one more game with Museum, and then we'll switch to something else. So we've got a little bit of variety on the stream. Yes, I hope you guys are all doing well. Oh, that reminds me. So before we get stuck into this, let's draw our Twitch giveaway winner. So, if you could post your dog tag and your platform, Assassin786N. Oh, there we go, yes. So if I alt-tab out the PC version, it tends to disconnect itself, which is why I don't do it if I can at all avoid it, so that's a bit unfortunate. Excuse me. So, Assassin, if you can post your dog tag and your platform into the chat, we'll get you noted down as our winner. So, all versus all. So, a couple of things there. I'm afraid I am neither an admin, and the admins are not game loss developers. So, a couple of things there to work on. So, let's see. Including the style of all the classes like they are standing. Okay, all versus all. That's an interesting idea. What is it you'd like to see differently? See done differently, rather. Because that's a novel concept. Let's see, that's all okay. Let's check off this fast spawn. Make it a little bit less chaotic. But all this is all. That's an interesting thought. Alright, so as before, ESL 1, 2, 3. I know a few of you guys are still playing in that last custom game, but we'll see what we can do. So, Namani? Yes, I'm very sorry you're slightly too late. Well, we'll see. If Assassin doesn't come back in the next 10 minutes, but come back by the end of this game, then we may well have to start up the Twitch giveaway again. So, all hope is not lost. But officially, we're going to move on to the Facebook giveaway. So that's facebook.com/moderncombat if you want to get in on that. Let's write some more invites. Get some more people in. So if you want to enter in on Facebook, you don't have to be primarily watching on Facebook, but if you want to, then hashtag semi into the Facebook page is all you need to do. You can enter in on multiple platforms. While we wait for our Twitch winner to respond. Alright, 3v3 seems like a good place to start. So let's get going. And we're going to put in overtime. Aha! So Legends Never Die versus Paranoid will be our next ESL match. So we're going to have that in just a second. We have got the pass key, so we'll have to leave you guys to play out this team battle on overtime all by your lonesome. Instead, we shall head across to ESL land for our official competition to continue. That's a semi-final between Legends Never Die and Paranoid, coming up in just a couple of minutes. See you guys then. my apologies. My microphone wasn't turned on, but now it is. So welcome back, guys. So this is going to be our semi-final between Legends Never Die from Italy going up against Paranoid, who we saw dominate in the previous round against Colombia. We will, of course, be on the construction site, as we can see over here. And so far, it's looking like the Legends, the Italian squad, who are our #1 seeds coming into this one, have got a pretty solid grip on this first game. Whew. Let's see where those numbers are falling. So it's hard to tell the names because they're too long. But AN, 10 and 3 so far. We'll see if we can find them. Actually, well, let's take a stop in with Ali, the team captain of Paranoid. The Colombian squad have been thriving under their leadership, and so far in this game, that BSW has not missed. 100% accuracy so far. That's 6 shots, 6 kills, only 1 death. But Ali might be playing a little bit too cautiously, or I may be wrong, in fact, as they almost get rushed by the Legends, but actually managed to cut down and pick up more kills. Extremely nicely done. 4 minutes 20 left to play. Legends still ahead by a good amount. Let's switch around and see who else we can find, who might be perhaps more intimately in the action. Zeus here, with a pretty decent kill to death ratio, almost 1-to-1, ramping up the score for Legends Never Die. The Italian squad coming in and as #1. Are currently #1 in this game with themselves a pretty substantial lead. Paranoid, I think the skill level between the teams is relatively even, but I think Paranoid is playing it out just so much more cautiously that Legends are able to pick off individual kills and only take the most favourable trades, just as we saw Kid there taking out by Zeus and making it look easy. For all of you esports fans as well, we will be having in the next update, which is a way off, but there should hopefully be some spectator improvements coming in, so keep your eyes out for that. Hopefully everything tests okay with them, and it will be in the next patch. Of course, take a look at this with a grain of salt, because anything that's I say about the next update will be subject to testing. If things don't quite go as planned, it may not be in there, but hopefully we'll have some new bits and pieces on the spectator to make things look all nice and shiny for you guys. Kid, who we spotted getting killed out before, yet to find a kill for the Paranoid side. I think it is, yes, unfortunately for the Paranoid side. Well, there we go, Kid leaving the game. Honestly, as perhaps cruel as it sounds, I think that might be the best thing for Paranoid, being that Kid had yet to contribute any kills of their own. In fact, with the 5 deaths that Kid has, that's the difference between the two teams there and then in a single player. And without Kid on the lineup, now Paranoid perhaps can find themselves, certainly have caught up from a pretty major deficit. Whew. Let's see if we can check back in with Ali, if we can. Let's see, so we've got Sai here, who will get taken out. So Legends, while they're being caught up on, still remain in the lead for the time being. So I think for update 23, I think it was, you know, honestly, I think, like, I'm a big fan of quality of life improvements. So I think the next update will give more substantial gameplay changes. So I think it's worthwhile, but not so major. Alright, 1 minute 40 left to play. Legends ahead by just 2 kills. Very little time left on the clock. Every single kill is going to matter. Zeus picks up one of their own. Checking with the Paranoid side. Despite all the work they've been doing so far, victory, which seemed almost within grasp for them, is slipping further and further away, teetering on the edge of the precipice here for Paranoid. This is the ticket to the finals in this series. First game certainly seems something that Paranoid could have won, but Legends are just putting on a clinic in this last part of the match, making it look extremely easy to just pick off kill after kill. Paranoid not finding one of their own for a while here. Again, we're seeing Paranoid falling back to what they did before, which is very, very cautious play, and Legends, I think, just isn't working super well against the Italian squad. Legends seem to just be a little bit better when it comes to, you know, trading kills. It seems to always be falling in the blue team's favor. Paranoid behind by 5, 35 seconds left to find those 5 kills and not get one for themselves. Yes, Soul Catcher next update should be a lot of fun, but it won't be for a while, so definitely I'll try and keep talking of it to a minimum, just because I know it's frustrating to have something talked about and then not have it turn up for ages. So we'll focus on the match in these last dying seconds. Paranoid, can they find those kills? It's looking less and less likely by the moment. Ali, the captain, does pick up one, but Legends, I think, have done too much work here for Paranoid to overcome. Seconds tick, tick, tick away, and Legends secure themselves the first semi-final point. Whew. Alright guys, so with that, I'm just going to let Soldier Gun know the result, as Legends take that first point. And we will get ourselves a break game going in just a second. Maybe I should set up a Nightbot command for that, actually. Nightbot, to me! So let's see. So commands, let's make a custom command for a command. Oh wait, I need to change who I'm on. So let's create a game. Let's go for, just for the sake of variety, let's go for somewhere a little bit different than we haven't seen it constantly. Let's go for Conversion. We haven't seen Conversion as yet. I don't think it's being played today. So this is going to be our break game. So ESL 1, 2, 3. If you want to join in on that, it will, as always, not be it will not be commentated, but it gives you guys something to do during the break. And also gives you something to show during the break. So let's just get you guys into here. So there's every possibility our ESL match will begin before we even get this one started. But hey, we'll see how it goes. So let me just set up that command. So I probably just want it to be a moderator command. So let's see. If you want to play on the stream, please come and join in with ESL 123 on these current stream platform. Okie doke. Okay, so that'll do for the time being. Let's get you guys started. So we'll just take a short break, and when we resume, we shall have more Modern Combat 5. Whoops. There we go. Aha! Alright, see you guys in just a second. Alright guys, we are back once again for our second encounter between Paranoid and Legends Never Die. So we'll see which of these two shall triumph. Certainly Paranoid came back pretty hard towards the end of that last game, but it was ultimately too little too late. Android will be back next Saturday. So we alternate between Android and PC, though once the platforms merge then it will be PC on each Saturday, and Android and iOS will share the Saturday and Sunday tournaments. So we are currently in the semi-finals between Paranoid and Legends Never Die. Last game was pretty darn even, though Legends looked pretty confident towards the end despite a pretty substantial Paranoid comeback. This time round on Scramble, a map known for sniping and certainly for having a lot of BSWs in the mix, as you might expect, probably some imps thrown in there as well. There are so many angles you can be shot from on this map, it's honestly pretty crazy. But it certainly does reward creative play. That's what we like to see. Nearly every time we see this, the Scramble map played at the top level, there's something new to be found, some kind of new angle, or just at least very rarely used angle the players will find to shoot each other from. There's so much cover on the map, and there we go. And with the instant shot goes through, gets the kill, and gets another one in a very short order. With all of the kills of Legends Never Die, apart from that last one on the single player of Arn, it's a lot of pressure on their shoulders to continue to perform. Certainly when they move into the lines of Paranoid, it's not going to go as well for them as you might otherwise expect. Camel DZ certainly seen around more than a few times. Lurking in the shadows, looking to try up and go up against one of the Paranoid members here. Will get cut down and cut up in that last encounter. Whew. So let's hop around the place and see who we can find who might be our next contender. Can we find any big spenders? Zeus, 3 and 5 so far. Not necessarily the strongest of individual performances, but still able to perform at long range, taking the shot with the BSW extremely confidently, and managing to pick up that kill. The Legends stay ahead for the time being. Paranoid, just like last game, are going to be nipping at the heels. Will they be able to do enough though? Legends come in as, if memory serves, our #1 seed. But, I don't know, this is actually looking extremely even between the two of them. 4 minutes left to play. Not a single kill separating the two squads. If you remember from last time round, Kid certainly did not have the strongest of games, looking to try and find some redemption on Scramble. Ultimately ended up just dropping out of the game after all. I don't know if it's connection issues. But will get cut down again by the merciless guns. Through all of this though, Paranoid have taken the lead. Zeus comes around the corner, tries to get one back full of Legends, but they're struggling to keep up with Paranoid now. Zeus, nice pick up there with the pistol, goes around the corner, a couple of silent shots to the skull is enough, functions at short range very effectively. Paranoid trying to keep ahead, but that's a nice couple of kill for the Legends there that puts them on top for the time being. Such teams both pecking at each other, looking for those individual pick-off kills. But so far, Legends swing things ever so slightly back in their favour. The pendulum of fate hangs over this semi-final. The Facebook giveaway will conclude when this one is done. Whether the Legends take the second game and go to the finals, or if Paranoid pick up a win here and equalise. As I said before guys, if you do see anybody doing something that they shouldn't be on the stream, please do save the timestamp and send it through to our admins. They won't be able to do anything unless there's evidence of someone misbehaving, so please make sure that when you send something through, that you've got evidence to support what you're saying. I can certainly appreciate you guys being frustrated when it does, if that's the way which it appears. So please do take matters into your hands in a constructive way by getting in contact with our admins, who will then get in contact with Gameloft directly, who will make the final decision. So let's take a look at the overall field. Zeus with the kill lead, but also the death lead as well. So not necessarily ideal, but when it's this close, I guess you definitely can't be too choosy about where you're getting your kills. Legends stay ahead for now. Let's chop in with Camel, who has not been having such a strong game. 0-3 so far. I think just trying to stay out of trouble as much as possible. You can see there off in the distance, Paranoid trying to set up for an assault on the warehouse. Moving in from the side, Camel ready to receive. But I think this could get dicey in a hurry. I don't know if Camel's fully aware. I think the Evil Eye might well be in action. Yes, Camel trying to take the shot. I don't know if the walls are thin enough to allow the shot through there. Kid, exactly the same scoreline as before. I think he's struggling to keep up with the skill level on display. Paranoid pick up a couple for themselves. Legends return the favour immediately. This whole match has been extremely even, but this last few moments will decide who is going to go forward. Legends want to make it happen for themselves. They know they've got to just find a couple more kills, and they will be taking that place in the finals. Their opportunity at the 7,000 credit prize pool. A pretty appealing proposition. Last couple of kills coming through. It seems like, again, while Paranoid have done a fantastic job of keeping up until this point, ultimately, it's not going to be enough. Paranoid, watch those last few seconds tick away, and Legends move on to the finals. Whew. Alright guys, so with that in mind, let's find ourselves a Facebook winner. So who's it going to be, who's it going to be, who's it going to be? Our Facebook winner is Sean Johnson. Sean Johnson over on the Facebook page. If you could post your dog tag and your platform, then we'll get you all signed up for that. So we'll be moving on to Mob Crush for our third giveaway. Of the day. So details will be forthcoming for that. For the time being though, we'll go to a very small break, and when we return we'll have either more ESL or another community game. Alright guys, so we're just waiting on our next ESL match to begin. So while we are here, please come and join me for a free-for-all on conversion. I don't believe that's something we've done all too often. So we'll see if we can get about 4 or so people to start with, and of course we will jump into things as soon as possible. Let's see if we got 3. So yeah, as always, you can come and join in after the fact. So let's get going. Free for all, free for all. Wah wah wah. So I believe we will have the other semi-finals coming up in just a little bit between LA Fusion and New Gen Old from Mexico. So we probably won't be able to get through this whole free-for-all before that happens. So again, bear in mind guys, it's just the price of admission when it comes to ESL tournaments. We always have to prioritize those over community games to make sure that you guys get an idea of what actually happened in the tournament. Though we'll ask about doing more community days where it is just community focused. Right, so in a free-for-all, I suspect probably heavy. I think heavy will be pretty decent, especially because I'm anticipating dying a lot, so I'm going to get to use the slack more often than I would otherwise. Alright, let's see if we can find our first victim. Aha. The perfect crime. I really do need a weapon which lets me just miss a whole bunch. Alright. Screw it. Marauder! I think Marauder were pretty decent in a free-for-all. Man, I am a rotten shot today. I think you're supposed to wait until you kill someone before you start trying to teabag them. I don't know. That's just how I've always understood it. Oh man, I really need to get those, well I've gotten the bigger magazines actually, on these guns. Definitely with the Marauder having a pretty terrible, I kind of feel like the reload time is like a major thing for the Marauder in terms of being kind of difficult to play, because it feels like you burn through your bullets really quickly and then it just takes forever to reload. I think maybe it's two separate animations. Alright, I think I feel like I'm doing better than I actually am, I think. Oh, let me just check Discord. Okay, yes, we've got our ESL match coming up, so we'll have to leave you guys to play this free-for-all out off stream. So sorry about that, guys. Soulcatcher and Lauren, thank you for hopping on to the Mob Crush page for that particular giveaway. Right, so let's jump into there as soon as we can. So we've got our pass key. Hopefully it all works. So yes, this is LA LA Fusion Pro versus New Gen Old. Our next ESL match come up in just a second. Let's see. Not quite as obvious with these guys, which team is which, so we'll see what it ends up being. Let's see, so New Gen Old is headed up by Hobbs, so they will be playing on the right-hand team. That's all fine. So this is going to be our other semi-final to determine who's going to be going forward to our grand finals today to face off against the legends of the Legends Never Die Italian team. So LA Fusion, LA Fusion Pro, to give them their full name, against New Gen Old. Let's just double check. So yes, so LA Fusion being the other Colombian team. So Paranoid, their sister team from Colombia, knocked out in the last semi-final. Let's see if a Colombian squad can make it all the way through, or semi-finals will be all that will be allowed. Certainly, we've seen a lot of good Italian squads coming through, and that's borne out by the fact they're in the grand final, but that was a pretty darn close thing. So we'll see how well the Pride of Colombia fares up against the only Mexican squad I tell a lie. Not the only Mexican squad taking part today, but the only Mexican squad remaining, because LA Fusion took out the other Mexican squad on their way here. Squad NAB eliminated in the quarterfinals, played off stream. For now though, guys, we'll just wait for the players to get in place, and then our second semi-final will begin in hopefully just a few minutes. See you guys then. Alright guys, welcome back and let's get onto the construction site once more for our second semi-final today. Hopefully the players will connect and we'll get things started to see who will go up against the legends in our grand finals here today. Of course, the construction site once more will be our destination. There we go, the players joining in. The battle lines have been drawn. LA Fusion in the blue, New Gen Old in the red. LA Fusion, the Colombian team. New Gen from Mexico looking to avenge the loss of Squad Nub to LA Fusion in the quarterfinals. Both Mexico and Colombia having two teams taking part in today's competition. Both now down to a single representative. But which one of these two will go to the finals to face off against Italy and the Warriors of the Legends Never Die? We shall find out, or at least get the first inklings in this first game. LA Fusion gets a couple of nice kills through in the early going. You can see David here with the lack in hand. That's an interesting choice. That's a surprising development. Okay, so as you guys might be aware, the lack no longer allowed in ESL competition. So I'm just gonna see if I can talk to Soldier Girl about that. Because that's not what we would have expected. Ahem. So yes, I think we've gotten disconnected as a result of that. So okay, either way around it, we may accelerate matters dramatically, because that's not what we were hoping for. So let me just double check that nothing's changed in that regard before I perhaps overstep. So yes, so still banned for the time being is the Golden Bosk and the lack on the morph. So that's going to be something for Soldier Girl to look into. In the meantime, let's set ourselves up with a team battle instead. ESL 1, 2, 3. Same as always. So that same sort of stuff in there. Oh, that's interesting. They banned in that lot. So, oh, how strange. Okay, well, we don't need to do that ourselves. I will get rid of the lack though, because why not? Right, so team battle on the construction site. Let's get going. So as always, actually I should set up a. I'll set up a Nightbot command as well. Use the pass key ESL 123 to join in. Right, that all looks fine. I'll probably put it on a minute-long cooldown and limit it to regulars, just to make sure people don't spam it. So, everybody, get in here! Let's see if we can get ourselves enough bodies to fill out this team battle and make ourselves a substitute semi-finals. Whew. Oh, and for our Italian listeners, it's the Contrasegna, the pass key, ESL 123. Alright, I'll throw out one more invite. Hopefully we can get a 3v3. I think we can. We're in luck, friends. Alright, let's get going. Emily Rowland, you're new. What is this game about? Well, Emily Rowland, this game is about, it's about bringing some ducks and getting them across the road. The construction site is heavily influenced around the idea of trying these ducks. They need to get home, and the only place they're gonna find home is at the end of a barrel. It's a tragic story. Oh, but anyway, welcome back to the stream. Right, so let's see what we've got. I think I'm gonna go with a Hauser for the time being. I really bummed out we can't crawl through this pipe. That would really make my day.
Time for action.
Right. Let's see what we've got, lads. So as always, I'm going to try and link up my team especially. Especially on the support class. They going to get the most use out of the... Hey, I impressed myself. Anyone, I'm glad you're a fan of the new upcoming sequel to Modern Combat 5, which is Modern Combat 5 Duck Wars. Ooh. That may or may not be made up. Ass. So that was a great illustration there of how you can use the terrain, or not in this case, use the terrain to keep yourself safe. So we see here, if you've got terrain you can duck back behind. If you don't die immediately, then you will probably not die at all. I know, I got flank sword, but I'm not doing that badly this game. I say, defensively. Okay, I was probably a bit premature on the health back there. Oh well, never mind. Oh man, I was looking so good. So I like putting the med pack down like below, like somewhere like here, because it's, I believe it also works in an upward direction. So it's pretty good if you want to get into a lot of fights in a hurry. I need to have a better approach there. Oh boy! Well. Oh, let me just check that we've... Sorry about this, I need to check our Discord. No, it's okay for the time being. Sorry about that, guys. I may have thrown a bit... Oh gosh, given how close the game is. Hey, Big Gorilla, lovely to see you. So we didn't win this game, but I think I did alright. Yeah, 7-11, it's not awful. Alright, so where we're going to go for match number 2, though, is the question. I vote for Canals, because I'm a big old goof. Big owl goof. Peter. Bienvenido. Welcome, everyone. Bienvenue a todos. Welcome everyone to the stream. If you're just tuning in for the first time, or if you've been here the whole time, we are moving towards our grand finals here today. Mob Crush giveaway is currently in progress over on the Mob Crush page, mobcrush.com/modern-combat. Please do come and join in on that. It's back on the Marauder. Something I'm curious about. Okay, you can't activate the abilities before that. I was curious if you could... I know you can throw a grenade when the game's starting and it will still... Okay. I'll take it. I feel like there's... Oh, hello. That's not a real person, and they're also on my team. Got it. Why is everyone around me dying? Big Gorilla, you played in the ESL last week. That's really cool. I think it's, like, you know, I think it's perfectly fine. Oh man, my shooting's not perfectly fine though. I think it's really good if you get in and play. It doesn't matter if you suck. Everybody sucks to start with. But the fact that you're playing at all, I think is really cool. Whew. So I think as soon as we get word that our finals is about to begin, which I suspect it will not be too far off, we'll draw our Mob Crush giveaway winner. So stay tuned for that, guys. Assassin. I presume maybe the same one who won our Twitch giveaway? Who knows? Oh man, if I could have gotten past... So, guys, I'm getting a little bit less terrible at first-person shooters. I recognise the idea that if you got terrain to hide behind, then, as I said before, then you can maybe not immediately die. Man, yeah. I don't know. I don't know, guys. What do you think of the Marauder? I'm gonna hurt myself just as much with that grenade as anyone else. So something I've learned from you guys is if you're in doubt, try and get really close to the other person. And then they'll get confused. Well, that didn't work very well. I swear, guys. I'm not sure this is really helping that I'm not particularly good at the game. But I tend to be the kind of person who enjoys trying to figure out stuff that's not kind of standard. Big Gorilla, you got a question because you're really confused with the rules. Are you planning to play on the same team in the same cup weekly, or you can only play once per month? You can play every tournament. That's completely fine. The only rules, as far as I'm aware, is that you can't play in iOS red and blue, because it's kind of divided up time zone wise to make sure everyone doesn't get horribly drilled out by ping. There you go. That time round I made pretty good use of the pillar. See like that? Yeah, yeah. Well, okay. So let's try comparing that to... I've actually got the... Well, I wanted to have a... Well, we got smashed pretty hard. Pretty darn hard. I'm gonna go out and check what's going on with my Solanki, you're a noob off the stream and suck. Well, you're not wrong. I'm getting a little bit better though, as time goes by. I mean, I'm not as awful as I once was, where I couldn't get any kills ever. But yes, I mean, you know, there's a reason why I'm commentating and not playing these. Absolutely. So I'm just going to go and check on my assault. Just check that I haven't got anything weird set up there. So let's change off the... Yeah, let's change off the golden bosk at the moment because it's not allowed in ESL, so I kind of feel a little bit weird about using it. And let's... Oh, actually, let's give the... Let's give the shred a try, because I know you guys keep saying that it's worth trying over the Hauser, which I've been trapping to this point. I'm trying to remember what the... Let's go with that one. And... That's fine. Right. So I think flash grenades might actually be pretty decent. It's really hard to really get too much more through. Let's see. So, oh, that's right. I don't actually have the. Right. So let's set myself up with an assault class. Sorry about this, guys. We'll be back to regular programming in just a second. There we go. Clock 5. Check everything on. Yes, Hunter, you were saying the shred is better than the Hauser. Let's see. Okay, that'll probably do. I think the thing I'm missing here is that I'm not actually putting my armor on. But yes, if any of you guys would like to... This has got this cause? Yeah, it's okay. If any of you guys would like to join Counters Coconuts, then please do come and do so. I'm looking to try and do some squad battles on my personal stream, so yeah. Right, I think that should be okay. Let's just check I've got the same thing set up here. No, don't have any armor, so that's probably not so good. Alright. So let's get back into actually playing games. Thank you guys for your patience. Let's go for... oh! Well. Oh, Flash Hider is apparently the way to go. Okay. Let me get it set up. Apparently we've got our next ESL one coming in though. Let's see, so Flash Hider. Okay, so that's just the last one. Alright, so unfortunately guys, it will mean no custom game for the moment. But it will mean that we'll be jumping into ESL competition, which I believe, yes, Legends Never Die versus New Gen Old. So that's going to be our grand finals coming up in just a second. So Legends Never Die, New Gen Old. Let's see, what's that pass key? Right, I think the players are about half ready. Big Gorilla, if you want to see my personal stuff, then it just you can go through my username. But yes, definitely trying to do some more Modern Combat 5 stuff there myself, because I know that that's where you guys know me from, and it feels a little bit weird. As much as obviously this is entirely dedicated to Modern Combat 5, and absolutely as it should be. I will do a few different things myself. I believe, yeah, I'm right in thinking this, aren't I? That you can go into YouTube, click on somebody's name, and then look at their channel. Let me just check this that I am not making up. So let's see, Modern Combat. Let's go into our current stream. Muted so I don't hear myself twice. So if you use the 3 little dots next to somebody's name, you can go to their channel. And you can do the same with me. But anyway. I haven't been doing so much recently, but we'll try and do a bit more, especially Modern Combat 5 stuff. I don't know if you guys are aware of Elden Misty Gaming. Elden Misty Gaming is a Modern Combat 5 YouTuber who does a lot of good stuff. Really, really nice dude. Very, very positive. And all that stuff. Big Gorilla, thank you. That's very kind of you. Hunter, it's okay. It's one of those features that if you don't know is there, then it's quite hard to find. So, anyway, to the game itself. In fact, before we do that, let's draw our Mob Crush winner. So, let's see. Our Mob Crush winner is... Shoglight0419. Please post your dog tag and platform. So Shoglight over on the Mob Crash page. If you can get your details in, we will be starting our giveaway on the Facebook page. That's hashtag finals. Sorry, not on the Facebook page, on our YouTube page. I do apologize. So if you want to enter in for our final giveaway of the day, head across to YouTube and to the Modern Combat channel. I will be putting out the link into all the places you'd expect to find it in just a second. Hashtag finals into the YouTube chat is all you need to enter and be part of something bigger than yourself. Do bear in mind, guys, Nightbot runs the giveaways on YouTube, so you only need to enter in a single time. If you enter in multiple times, Nightbot will be displeased and will quash your entry. So thank you. I will use the flash hider in the future. Hero Gaming Simon, you want me to drink some delicious water? Well, who am I to say no? Ah, there you go. Gave it a little bit more swish just for you, Hero Gaming Simon. But anyway, to the matter at hand. Our grand finals awaits, a best of 5 between Legends Never Die and their opponents New Gen Old from Mexico. So Legends doing pretty well. They were our #1 seed from Italy. As you saw from last time round, unfortunately wasn't able to play out the other semi-final in its entirety for New Gen Old, but still, from what we've seen, they should put up a fierce fight. This best of 5 will start with conversion, but where it ends, nobody knows. Well, I mean, you would know if you looked at the ESL page, but I'll keep it a mystery for now. Okay, wait, no, we won't keep it for a mystery. But I'll keep it for a mystery till the end of this game. Right, now for my own reference. Alright, guys. So, do let me know in the chat, on Facebook, on YouTube, on Mob Crush, on Twitch. Will it be the Legends or New Gen Old who take the top spot? The prize pool of 7,000 credits on the line between these two teams. Oh boy, the legit boss. You seem like you're having a tough day, but unfortunately that kind of language, well, not that kind of language per se, but like that kind of talk is really not going to be tolerated in the chat, so goodbye. So guys, it's completely okay to express anything in the chat, but please do not express it in a form which is going to be upsetting for people. But it's, hey, if you are a fierce MC5 player, or one just starting, or a Laps player who just enjoys watching the stream, then all is good. Let's bring the name down a bit. So, let's see how we do on conversion. Hopefully we'll get some players in just a second. Zeus the first one onto the field, followed by Nin. There we go. Our players are connecting. Our finals is about to begin. Will it be the Legends from Italy or the New Gen Old from Mexico? Colombia has had both of its teams knocked out. Mexico with this one remaining. Camel DZ with an interesting camo. I don't think I've actually seen that before. They are extremely red. Pretty neat. Suck the meme, perhaps behavior is the word I was looking for. Yes, I might have been overcomplicating things for myself a little bit there. So, Grand Finals underway. Game 1 of a potential 5, best of 5 competition to see who will be the best on PC this week. And which team will take home 5,000 credits, which team will take home 2,000. We shall see, we shall see. New Gen get a lot of nice kills in early though. And they break the initial deadlock. Still, BSWs seem to be the weapon of choice. We do have a nice kill streak being deployed there to pick up a couple more kills, but Legends catch up in a quick succession. Actually managed to wipe out the New Gen old team entirely, despite the Legends only playing with 3 players. Each of those 3 players, an absolute ninja in their own right though. Those BSWs, you can see here, Arn 6-0 so far, make that 7, takes out Hobbs in a heartbeat, turns it onto Sun OP. New Gen struggling to put down Arn, I think by far the star player of the team, yes, by a mile. Arn brutal so far, switching to the pistol, won't have quite the amount of lethality as Hobbs takes themselves out with the grenade. New Gen all look like they're in real trouble from the off, struggling to bring their numbers advantage when every time they bring multiple members they run into Arn and they get absolutely slaughtered. Glug glug glug. Legends now outstripping New Gen all by a ludicrous margin. Arn, with only, 1/3 accuracy or so, doing pretty nasty stuff to the New Gen lineup. We'll see if we can find anyone else to watch. But honestly, it feels like Arn is the one to try and beat, if that's even possible. New Gen desperately trying to send player after player. Maybe, honestly, at this point, the Mexican squad needs to just try and avoid Arn as much as possible rather than trying to kill them, because everybody's worth the same amount of points when they die. Suck the meme. Does MC5 plan to add voice chat to the game? I believe that's been floated around. I haven't heard anything specific as of yet, though. So, back to the game. Legends, still looking more or less unstoppable. They have had that first death through for Arn, but it's not going to slow them down, though. I say that. New Gen do at least manage to get back in and find themselves a couple of kills, but it's reminiscent of early on in the broadcast. Do you really want to commit big mental resources, the physical gameplay energy, to a game that seemingly completely out of your own control? Legends would, I don't even see, if New Gen pull out the performance of their lives, them coming back here. At least in a best of 5 series, New Gen get a chance to recover themselves, but for now, Legends going to win out with an absolutely ludicrous lead. Now ahead by 30 on the Mexican squad. Not even halfway done time-wise. Legends ready to put this one to bed. If any of you guys do see anybody in the chat saying things which is making use of inappropriate language, do let me know and I'll sort them out. But for now, Legends never die. Sort out New Gen all 50-19. That is horrifying. And Legends take themselves the first point. Alright, just letting Soldier know what's going on. Let's take a look at those numbers. So, honestly, the one big standout player in this game for Legends, though, Zeus did well as well, 15-9, but it's still not comparable. 17-3 is just crazy. Over here, I guess, one of the side player doing pretty reasonably. But, hey, we shall see, we shall see. Let me just change that up to show that this is the YouTube giveaway going on at the moment. So let's do that now. Mob Crush giveaway is officially done. Let's just check and see if our Mob Crush winner came back. Let's see. Let me just refresh that and check that everything's up to date. So, oh, maybe I didn't post it into the chat. There's mob. So, Shoglight0419. Please post your dog tag and platform. So I think my... Oh, that's right. I don't think my chat's going across to Mob Crush. That's probably why. Suck the meme. You betray me, Nightbot, for the last time. Okay, so let's get ourselves a break game. In case we've got enough time between finals matches. It tends to go pretty quick. Suck the meme. It never ends well. Well, maybe you should be nicer to Nightbot. Did you think of that? Aye. Right, so Shizui. This will be our break game. Jalil Lamar, what can you win in the giveaway? You can win yourself 400 credits. Takes 2 or 3 weeks to come through. And yeah, just get dropped into your account and you can spend it on whatever you like. Suck the meme. So we're coming to the end of this particular broadcast, but we will be back at, let's see, so it's 7:30 now, so that's going to be, oh man, my brain's not working. Quick, guys, help me out. I need to calculate time. Let's see. So 4.5 hours. 4.5 hours from now, we'll be back with the iOS tournament, or one of the 2 iOS tournaments this weekend. Right, so we've got enough people to get started with. Let's start that break game. You guys can come and join in and play on stream if you like, but we shall be back one way or another in 7 minutes or less. Alright guys, welcome back. Let's set up a... let's go for a regular custom game. So we're coming back from break a little bit early. Just because we didn't really get to... I don't think people stayed for that game anyway. So we're waiting on our next Legends Never Die versus New Gen Old Finals game. Our YouTube giveaway is in progress at the moment. So let's get ourselves a good old time. Head on to the rooftops. It's on a fast spawn. Shazam! So, custom game ahoy, chips! Boop, 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 boo. Alright, let's get some bodies in here. Let's take to the rooftops and see if we can raise the roof. Ahem. Amiga lol. Nice name. Alright, let's get some more bodies in here. So this is on the PC platform ESL123, the contraseña, the passkey. ESL123. I don't know how to say that in Spanish. So, the el contraseña? I don't even know. Did I set the command for custom? I certainly meant to. So, if we can get... Alright, we've got enough people to get started with. There we go. I did set it. Ha! So, on PC, ESL123 will get you into the game, get you to play on stream, and it looks like literally the moment we started, we have got ourselves... we get ourselves into our ESL game, so I think we've got a few seconds to play at least. So you guys can carry on playing even while the custom game is in progress, but we'll see. Alright, so let's give the shredder a try out here. So it looks like it's got roughly the same kind of clip size. Oh, interesting. I didn't realise that the support had 2 grenades. Ugh. Oh, right, shot in the butt. Yep, that'll do it. Oh no, I've contracted Haxel syndrome. I kind of feel like if a person's complaining about being shot in the butt all the time, though, it's probably because they haven't got very good situational awareness. In this case, I do not either. Alright, well, so far it's looking a little bit one-sided. Hey, I got the first kill for the team. So I really need to stick with the team, I think. Alright, where's my team? What are they doing? Alright, here we go. I needed to get up those staircases a little bit quicker. Hey! There we go. It's a little hard to say how this compares. Did I just call it a clip size? Oh boy, you're right. I used the wrong terminology. I'm the worst! So yes, you're right. This is no clip. It's a belt.
Airstrike incoming. They've hit us with an EM.
Oh gosh, I can't see anything. Oh boy, oh boy. Well, it's going about as well as expected. I'm not sure how the health pack works in terms of if it has a vertical reach or not. Oh man, hail of bullets. Wait, did I set up my... There we go. Alright, well the cool kids are using... It's Cog V. Well, that went about as well as expected. Har, har, har. Yeah, man, the reload time for a Cog V compared to the Marauder is just crazy. Well, yep, it's going about as well as expected. Hey, Daniel Silva. Welcome to the stream. We're just killing a little bit of time while we wait for our ESL finals to get all set up and ready like for us. So I think they're just setting up the lobby at the moment. Getting themselves a part ski, getting everything all set up and nice and ready like. Daniel Silva, Guerreros, you love Gameloft. Grillo, you probably should give the Saber a try. I certainly know it's pretty good in the in Tier 1 matches. Hello! Quick! Let's switch to something else. Alright, BSW. I'm not good at sniping, but I'm pretty sure that's a real person. 100%. Yep. 100%. Those fiends. Alright, we should be the patient sniper. Maybe we're a little bit too patient. Take that, box. Okay, well I think our second Grand Finals game may be going on without us, sadly. So we'll have to pick up with things a little bit later on. I'm just going to have a quick check-in and see how you guys are doing on the whole Nightbot giveaway. Okay, so it looks like there's a fair few people who managed to not disqualify themselves by entering in multiple times, so congratulations for that. We'll keep the good times rolling for the time being, though. So, ESL 123, if you want to come and join in. Let's give myself some water. Big Gorilla, that is an excellent question. I'm not really sure why I haven't got the streamer bits. But hey, I'm an exclusive club of streamers who are not recognized because we're too cool. That's in full hack, yes. That's the only way I prefer to play. Alright, back to the Hauser. Safest houses. Well, that went about as well as expected. Well, if you want to pump up your score, then support is a great class to do so. Big Gorilla, the YouTube giveaway is on at the moment. Hashtag finance if you want to get in on that. I'm still trying. At one point, I'd actually managed to mentally correct enough to not miss constantly on everything. I swear I'm not just like the worst FPS player in the world, but it certainly seems that way. There you go, I've got a lot of score, even if I'm not actually doing that much. Hunter, I can't even remember what the worst pun of the year was, but I'm glad that I was part of it. Excuse me. Hello! Hobbs RZ. I'm not. Something about not being in the ESL chat? That's quite likely. I don't have access to the ESL chat. So that seems entirely possible. Alright. It couldn't go any worse on Marauder, so let's give it a try. Oh boy, this is a quite close game, and I'm just feeling like crazy. And I almost got away with it, if it was not for that meddling BSW. Oh man, it's really hard to tell if oh, excuse me. So I seem to have something in my throat. It's hard to tell if the Marauder is weak or if I just suck. Because in the situations where I'd imagine the Marauder should be doing well, excuse me, I'm not. Just a second. Sorry about that. Seems to have something stuck in my throat. Right. Well, it's not going any better. Alright, back to the shred. Oof. I got bombarded in him. Hero Gaming Simon, it's an issue which even drinking delicious water was not able to solve. I know that's a heretical thing to say, but nonetheless, it's true. Oh boy, even with me going 1-12, my team's still gonna win. I'm so proud of you boys. Oh, maybe not. Oh boy. Well, it's a good time as any to drop out because I think. Oh, hello. No, I thought we got a message. Oh. But it looks like things are still continuing, so. Oh, these. Let's see. What are you guys talking about? The smart prestige of Marauder is really overpowered. Stops the healing process for a while. I'm not sure if you guys are talking about the same thing there because it sounded like you were, but not. Hero Gaming Simon, you know that my sponsorship deals with all the major water manufacturers, which may or may not exist. Hint, they don't. But if they did, would preclude me from drinking any soft drinks on stream. I've not tried out the tier 8 properly as of yet. I know that it does get the extra damage on the last bullet. I think it's weird, like, I feel like the Marauder probably should have a fairly quick reload, but instead it has a really slow reload, which just seems rather counterintuitive for a class that is designed to offload its bullets as fast as possible and then gets punished for it. So I don't know. Okay, you were talking about the same thing, cool. Oh yeah, playing a lot of games today. Hey! It's always fun to be able to join in on this stuff myself, even if I suck absolutely the most. I think I can raise my solo queue rank of Modern Combat 5 relatively high because I tend to play a lot of support, and so I tend to get a relatively high score. I think in a for some reason it seems to work relatively well. I don't know. I'm not sure how much difference there is between these two support weapons. Like they look very different, but no man, yeah, that was. Oh, did I get shot from behind? No. Okay, right. I need to link up with my team. Otherwise, it's not going to go very well. Aha! If a person stands entirely still, then I can kill them. Eventually. Though the same could be said for me. Oh man. I think you think that I think I should be aiming down sights a bit more. I'm not sure if I've got the. I don't know if I've got the right sights. Alright, let's get ourselves a new feed. Oh man. That snapfire is too much for me to handle. Alright, let's switch things up a bit. Marauder! In case you're wondering why I'm saying Marauder, it's a Day 9 meme from back quite a long time ago. Alright. Oh man, I'm a rotten shot. Oh, there you go. You guys having a discussion about drinking waters and carbonated water. I've never quite gotten the whole carbonated water thing. It seems like it's just like lemonade, but without the lemon part, which to me doesn't. I've never quite gotten used to it. Oh no! A lovely cup of tea, Vicar. Oh, Cribbins. See, that feels like that should have gone a lot better. But I don't know. Man, I think it's just there's so much time, short time to death that it's quite hard to get close, I guess. Let's see. What else have I got in the tank? Oh, well, we got absolutely destroyed. Pose OP, lovely to see ya. Oh, I see. Let's just check. What's going on? I think, yes, okay, I think we'll be keeping going with the custom games for the time being. Oh, conversion, we haven't done that for a while. So I think there's some admin business going on with the main tournament itself, so we'll just keep things going for the time being. Nice British tea, awesome PG tips. I don't know if any of you guys are, well, I suppose you'd probably have to be, I don't know if the monkey puppet tea adverts made their way across to other countries or not. But the guys, there was a tea advert which involved a comedian called Johnny Vegas having a cup of tea with a monkey, and that monkey puppet was designed by the same people who do the who make the Muppets, which is pretty neat, and also the Avenue Q puppet. Hunter, there's a proposal for let's see, where Hunter, where is that? Is that in rules? Oh right, yes, okay, I can see the yes Dulzy put in the thing about lowering the armor tier. I think, yes, from what I understand, that's being pretty seriously considered about playing with lower tier armor in the game. I think that might even be coming in relatively soon, so keep your eyes out for that, certainly, because yes, the Dulzy could well be right, but I guess we'll see how it goes. Not sure I was actually shooting anybody there. Hero Gaming Simon, good use of the Unicode. So for any of you guys who aren't aware, if you search Unicode, then more or less anything like Unicode Monkey, Unicode Dolphin, there's basically like universal emojis that you can find and use on nearly any platform to create the same effect. Hey, accidentally killed someone. I'm the best. Oof. Well, yeah. MC5 to Hacksaw, good to see you over on the Twitch page. Hope you're doing well. Oh man, I think it's just hard to make the LMG work when it doesn't have like an almost immediate kill. Just because, yeah, you're just dying so quickly otherwise. But I think a lot of the problem I've been kind of having is that it's not just, you know, my ability to 1v1 fight people, it's that if I want to get killed, I need to be playing a little bit more smart, as opposed to just aiming better or whatever. That's how I kind of feel like older players can compete in esports stuff in general, is just by playing smarter rather than necessarily faster. I mean, it's still quite an ask, but I think that's a way of getting around it. Of course, someone could just play smart and fast, which would kind of throw the whole thing off, but hey. Right, I think we've just got a tag through on the ESL Discord, so I'm going to go check that in a second. You think I'm not using cores on my armor? I don't know. I'll have to check that. Okay, we have got our next match. So we'll be jumping into that one in just a second. So guys, please do stay tuned, and we'll be continuing our grand finals in just a few moments. Alright guys, welcome back once more, and our grand finals continues between Legends Never Die and New Gen Old. So I'm sorry about the delay getting into game and between games, but hopefully that delay is now over. Hopefully we'll get a new gen player in. There we go. So the match becomes officially started. Now that we've got the bodies on the field. Let us know, guys. Do you think New Gen Old are going to be able to bring this one back? Certainly the first game pretty crushingly in favour of the Legends. But hey, we shall see, we shall see. Gentle friends, one and all. If we could see an upset here, or if things will continue in the trajectory that they've been established already. Certainly in the early salvos, it's actually looking pretty even. The Legends do get the better of that last exchange and turn it into something more. Legends pumping through the kills. New Gen started out so well, and yet, Everything falling apart in front of their eyes. We can see Nin operating from long range, so far untouched in this encounter, looking to try and snipe off the sniping line of New Gen Ult. Not even needed to rush in and try and overwhelm the backlines. Instead, just pick away every kill one after another. New Gen try and make a stand now at the back of the map themselves, but again they cannot hold. Getting assaulted from every angle, and every angle is extremely pointy. Legends never die. Just ruining the lives of New Gen Ult here. Our YouTube giveaway is currently in progress, but we're trying to find someone who's not dead for any amount of time. Alright, we'll drop in with Nin once again, because they are not dead. They have yet to die. So I guess they fulfill the requirements. Legends continue to put the boot home. Rushing all over the map, left, right, and occasionally center as well, as they race up towards those 30 kill mark. And doing extremely well as well. Again, this is one of those games where you've got the two real top players for the Legends. If they weren't part of the equation, everything else is pretty even. Hey, not the case. Unfortunately, New Gen are gonna, even with a numbers advantage, will struggle mightily. Less than 5 minutes for New Gen to try and fight the way back into this grand finals, but it does not seem like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Legends do at least slow down oh so ever the slightly, as we see the shotgun there being picked up and into the hands of Arn. 16 kills so far. I think perhaps an accidental trade there, because the BSW is certainly not in need of replacement. It has been absolutely ludicrous so far for Legends, and it looks like a second win will be moments away. So guys, get ready. We will start up a break game in between. So ESL 123 if you want to get in on that. But for now, let's Soldier go now, and of course Arn, we can confirm, is our MVP from that round, though Nin also doing ludicrously well. But yes, Arn, crazy nice stuff. Right, so let's bang out to the main menu and find ourselves a break game. So this will, again, ESL 123, so this will be a custom game played on stream but without commentary while we wait for the next ESL match to begin. So please, gentle friends one and all, come and join us. Put on a show to entertain us in the break. Let's go for overtime, because why not really? ESL 123. That's surprising. So usually the rules will carry over from the last game being played to the next one. That was strange. I'm gonna have a quick check on something. So, while it's going on, let's chuck that out onto stream. Let's see. Yes, the Marauder is actually the only banned class at the moment. There are a fair amount of weapons. Hunter, thanks for dropping by the stream. Hope to see you again a little bit later on. We'll be back in just under 4 hours with our iOS tournament, so maybe you'll be around for that one. But let's find ourselves some contenders for this break game. If we get one on each team, we'll get ourselves started and you guys can come and join in as and when you please. Alright, that'll do. And we'll see you guys on the other side. Alright guys, welcome back to the stream. So we're just waiting on what could easily be the last game of our finals to get started. And while we do, let's see how you guys are doing in this particular custom game. Markor and Heineman, both, and also JR Richie G, distorting the field somewhat with their ludicrous outsized performance. Ooh. Honestly, like, there's a good amount of players playing, so there's a lot of kills going around. I don't think this is quite as one-sided as maybe it appears, especially with Victor on the red team. Don't know if they were a late joiner, but they're doing pretty well despite being a little bit overwhelmed there. We'll open up to a... Oh, let me just change back to the regular custom game. Oh, actually, yes, sorry, I can't do that. So we'll open back up to our regular broadcast, or rather our regular community games once this one is done. I think this... I have to try and think, actually. If there's a... That's something to write down on the ideas pad, actually. A also balance for the... an also balance option for custom games. What do you guys think about that? What would you think of the idea of having it so that, you know, optionally, custom games could have the lobby set up so that people were ordered by a variety of criteria, but the intention being to try and make sure that the teams were as even as possible. So I guess it would sort of be, you know, a given weighting of solo queue rank and that kind of stuff. Is that, I don't know, maybe that's just me who thinks that would be a useful thing to have, but I guess it might be more work than it's worth as far as game loss is concerned, just because it would be a very minor thing to have in there, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Would that be something that would make it feel like it's a bit more worthwhile? Or in terms of, you know, not worthwhile, but like, that you'd enjoy having more even games in the customs? If no one's bothered about that, then... oh, apparently, that was the third map of the finals that we just saw being played. So, with that in mind, we may just... That might have actually been the end of the tournament. In which case, if that is true, then we will... That's enough fast bomb. We'll run a custom game or two, and then we'll wrap things up here. Just waiting on final confirmation that it was 3-0 to the Legends. If that is the case, then we will draw our YouTube giveaway winner, and we will play out this final game while we wait for them to respond with their details. Just going to make sure that we've gotten everybody so far. So let's see. So our Mob Crush winner, did they ever come back? Okay. Hero Gaming 7. It is a little bit late here, and sorry, my sleeping schedule's been all over the place. So will be our new Mob Crush winner. So Lauren 1607, if you are still in the Mob Crush chat, please do post your dog tag and platform because our previous winner has not responded. I will try and thank you for the concern though, Hero Gaming 7. I will try and fit in a nap between streams so I can be all full of energy for the next one. Kablamo! Alright, I think if we can get one more person in, then... JR Richie G. Alright, I think Cargo is one where definitely there's a potential for the support to shine because it's kind of a very restricted area of play, and obviously the medkit having a limited range means it's going to have a lot larger of an effect, though Also, I feel like the cargo damage reduction field you have when you're pushing the cargo means that snipers are less effective. So, if any of you guys haven't seen on the ESO rules feedback, DullZ was mentioning the idea of bringing down the armor level to make it easier to take out snipers before they can kill everybody else. So, we'll see if that ends up being implemented or not. Alright, let's get it on! So for any of you guys who have not played cargo before, the idea is each team to try and push the cargo as far as they can on their round, and then the other team will try and better that on their go. So Deadpool, it's you, me, bro! Let's see what we can manage. So this is the end point of the cargo. We're defending this time around. Hey, it's me! Oh man, I thought I flashbanged that guy. There are a lot of Andreses. There are. So many. Alright, it's looking a little rough for us on the blues. We go back, get the heal, get the reload. Oh no, we do have enough to get reload.
Pushing back the cargo.
Alright. I don't think we can actually push back the cargo very far. Oh man, that was brutal. So let's quickly just draw the YouTube giveaway winner. So Migos on YouTube, if you could enter in your dog tag and your platform. Big Gorilla, yes. I think that the cargo is definitely, I find that this map is the one which I think works the best for it. Just because of its having relatively confined quarters. The other ones, I kind of feel like it's so wide open that it makes it quite hard to do a coherent defense. But I think we've done pretty well here. That we've got a turret set up here, and oh man,
They're moving the cargo.
Cargo's on the move. 5x5. Oh, Migos, congratulations, you are there. Good stuff, good stuff. Apparently you have pleased the Nightbot.
They're moving the cargo. Cargo reached the checkpoint. Cargo's close to the destination. Ground's complete.
Alright, so they got it all the way there, and they had about... Sam, oh man, do you want some gifts? Oh boy, if only I had gifts to give. But there's only so many Creditorinos to go around. I'm afraid they will all go to Migos this time round on the YouTube platform.
Cargo ready.
Alright, so let's get stuck in and see if we can do it. If we can get the cargo to all the way to the other side before the opposing team, then we should become the winners.
They're pushing back the cargo.
This is going to be tough.
They're pushing back the cargo.
Oh man, I wish I had the commander right now. I think the commander would be perfect for this kind of situation. Alright. Let's try it. Let's try this idea. Going about possibly as well as expected. Alright, we've got our move on.
Moving the cargo. Cargo disputed.
Okay, we're actually starting to get the cargo moving. That's good. Okay, I still think that the support is probably quite good in this mode, just because it's going to let people spawn in next to the cargo, and that seems like that's probably very, very strong. Because they can spawn in on you as a support player. Alright, we've got 1 minute left to go. Migos, thank you for your deets. They are gratefully received. Alright, so I'm going to try and get back in there. I think maybe rather than getting into a fight, I'll just try and not die. Oh man, I was so close. And yet so far. Hassam Ahmed, I'm afraid I don't have any gifts to just give out to you. But if you want to give me any gifts, then feel more than free. Alright, so let's see if we can somehow manage to salvage this.
Moving the cargo. Moving the cargo.
Oh, we're outnumbered by 2 people.
Moving the cargo.
I'm not sure, honestly, I'm not even sure that would have made a big difference. But there we go, that was pretty one-sided. Right, Migos, thank you for your details. You have been locked down as our final winner of the day, so thank you for that. Let's just get your details in the right place. Let's just check on our... there we go. So someone's come across and claimed our Mob Crush pies. Good stuff, good stuff. Alright guys, so we'll be back in 3.5 hours with our next ESL competition. So, hope you've enjoyed the PC tournament. Lots more MC5 coming up over this weekend. Do bear in mind, next weekend we will be having those monthly files as well. So, I've been Peter Counterfeit Hartnell. And please, if you haven't already, do the old follow and all that good stuff on the various platforms you might be enjoying MC5 on. But for now, we'll see you guys a little later on this evening.